Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is February 9th, 2021, and this is episode 196. Today we're going to take a look at Sea of Sorrows. This is an IDW publication. This is third issue of, I believe it's going to be 5 issues. Comes in at a $3.99 price. And I want to say this is a recommend. I have been enjoying this quite a bit. It's eerie. It's claustrophobic at times. It makes you feel cold because of the deep, dark waters that they dive into. And we got this spectacular cover here that I really like. Not too keen on the logo here. It's hard to read and just not really that cool looking, in my opinion. What we see here is a World War I submarine that's full of gold, or at least has many bars of gold in it, that has crashed during World War I, and it's about 10 years later. We've got a deep sea diver here, and it's portraying him reaching out to some kind of sea creature. And it's believed to be, it's actually a mermaid-type monster. As you can see her trailing serpentine tail there. So let's get into it. It's, like I said, I've been really enjoying this. If I do have one disappointment on this one, it's that this particular issue didn't get that far along the story, didn't push it that much further along, just kind of added more elements to it. So the writer on this is Rich Dueck. The artist and colorist is Alex Cormack. All right. And you can see the other variant cover that was started. So we start off with the flashback back in World War II. They pick up a survivor in the ocean, excuse me, World War I, and they haul him on board, but he's crazy. The guy is just nuts, as you can see. He's just freaking out, and it's an American ship. This turns out to be a German sailor that they have picked up, and they finally get to someone that can talk to him. And they think he wants water. He's asking to be put back in the water. He has just gone crazy here. And they don't know why. Now we go back to what would be current time, about 1928. And if you recall, we've got this ship here with a kind of a ragged crew. There's one woman who turns out that she's, and I don't know how this plays into the story, but she's a lesbian. So she has no interest in any of the men. On the last issue, we did lose one crew member on the boat. We actually lost 2. One was on the boat, was dragged down back into the ocean by the sea creature. They really didn't show her too much, but he was drunk, and she snuck up behind him at night and took him down. The other one was one of the divers. They had started with 3 divers. They're down to 1 now. They lost 1 in issue 1, lost another in issue 2. So they've just got 1. And they decide to send him down. In the meantime, they're looking for the missing sailor that disappeared on deck. And there's another sailor that they have down below who has gone crazy. And they've got him locked up in one of the chambers underneath the ship. As you can see, he's ramming himself and he's trying to get out. So they do a search. They've been arguing about who's doing what, who's going to split the money. Once they get the gold aboard, who's actually in charge. And here's our last diver. His name's Nick. They go ahead and put him in the bathysphere to drop him down in the ocean. And he's not too happy about going down by himself, as he always usually has at least one other person with him. So there's a little bit, the guy that they lost was the contact with the diver. So the captain now has to take over that chore, but he has done it before. He, in fact, trained the other communications officer before. In the meantime, we get the woman that goes down. She kind of has coordinated this whole trip to recover this gold. And she can tell that the guy's still down there. He's still alive. So just keep him there. So they've checked the whole ship for the missing person. There's just the bilge area left to do, which I guess is a smelly, stinky area underneath the ship and I guess the hull of the ship. Meanwhile, we go see our diver, and he's picking some of the boxes apart, and suddenly he's seeing things, and he hears this song. You can see the musical notes pulling through here. So he knows something's up, something's not right, and you get this very pained expression. It's very dark and cold feeling. And as we look out through the hole in the hull here of the submarine, we can actually see an outline of a strange creature, obviously female, singing this song. Look at the art in here. It's so expressive, and everybody's just mad and irritated and on edge, and you really get that feeling throughout. It's almost like they're ignoring the diver below because of what's going on the deck. And then we get this loony guy in here, and he's kind of a troublemaker, and he's trying to figure out how to get a bigger share of the gold. So he's not been helping out things. He doesn't seem to know much how to do anything on the ship other than antagonize everyone. So just some really nice, eerie art all the way through. Like I said, the story didn't really get pushed too much further ahead. As we show the man in the compartment still trying to get out, he's just crazed. He's also hearing the song of the siren as well. Some kind of siren that leads these sailors to their deaths. And as we see, something has happened underneath where the diver now is kind of free-floating. And we get to our last shot here. One of our last shots, I guess. And he's just looking out the hole at what's going on here, and it's really hard to tell too much from this picture, but what we've got is the submarine has now shifted, and it looks like it's gone through another wreck that's on the bottom here. It's just very difficult to see there. And here's our next issue cover. As you can see, things are not going well here. The guy that's gone crazy has really, really gone crazy. So I'm looking forward to it, believe it or not. And here's your variant cover for issue 3 as well. And a little bit of extra things in here. Put out by IDW. Mountainhead, Teenage Mutant Turtles, Ninja Mutant Turtles. And that's what we got. Let's see if this is a full... No, it's a separate picture there. But I might mention too, underneath this salvage boat there's a number of sharks always that are kind of hanging around there as well. So I guess they're a companion to this sea monster creature as well. So it is a recommend. The art and the atmosphere alone are very strong in this. The story didn't get along as far as I'd like it to, but I'm sticking with it. I want to see what happens with this. I'm very excited about when these issues come out. So I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for stopping by this time. And as always, please like, please subscribe, please leave comments, and we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. This is Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu.